Hey, listen up. Loving a Sagittarius isn't just a fling. It's like signing up for a heart-pounding, no-brakes roller coaster that'll flip your world upside down in ways you never saw coming. 1 minute, you're soaring through uncharted skies with their wild, untamed energy, and the next, you're gripping the rails, wondering if you can keep up with their relentless need for freedom. If your heart's been snagged by this fiery archer, stick with me. I'm gonna spill every thrilling, messy, beautiful detail about what it's like to fall for one of the Zodiac's most untouchable spirits. So, what is it about a Sagittarius that makes your pulse race, yet leaves you second-guessing every step? Let's peel back the layers of this enigmatic sign. There's something magnetic about their vibe, a kind of restless wanderlust that pulls you in like a moth to a flame. But here's the kicker. That same energy that lights you up can also burn if you don't know how to handle. Picture this, a spontaneous weekend getaway they planned on a whim, dragging you out of bed at 3 a.m. with nothing but a backpack and a grin, promising the adventure of a lifetime. You're laughing, adrenaline pumping, as you hike to a hidden cliff to watch the sunrise. But then, just as quick, they're off chasing the next thrill, leaving you wondering if they even noticed how much that moment meant to you. It's not cruelty, it's just who they are, always chasing the horizon. And that's the puzzle we're cracking today. How do you love someone whose heart beats to a rhythm of pure, unbridled freedom? Let's dive deeper into the traits that make them irresistible and the quirks that might just test your patience to the limit. First up, their adventurous spirit. It's not just a hobby, it's their lifeblood. They're the ones who'll convince you to skydive on a random Tuesday or book one-way tickets to a country you can't even pronounce. All because life's too short to stay still. I've seen it firsthand with a dear friend who fell for one of these archers. She was a planner, a list maker, someone who liked her weekends mapped out. But after meeting her Sagittarius love, she found herself on a midnight road trip across state lines, singing off-key to old rock tunes and laughing harder than she had in years. That's their magic. They push you out of your comfort zone, cracking open a world of what-ifs you didn't even know existed. But here's the flip side. That same spontaneity can feel reckless when you're craving stability. They might forget the dinner reservation you painstakingly planned because they got sidetracked by a once-in-a-lifetime idea. And their optimism? Oh, it's contagious. Even on your darkest days, a Sagittarius can walk in like a burst of sunlight, spinning every setback into a silver lining. I remember a time when a close pal was reeling from a brutal breakup, tears and all, and her Sagittarius partner just sat there, not with pity, but with this unshakable belief that this pain is just teaching you how strong you are. They didn't fix it with empty words. They made her see the lesson in the hurt, and slowly, she started smiling again. Their positivity isn't naive, it's a choice, a lens they wear to face the world's chaos. But let's not sugarcoat it. Their brutal honesty can sting. They don't do half-truths. If they think you're holding back, they'll call it out, no filter, even if it leaves you raw. It's not malice. It's their way of building trust. They believe love can't survive on lies, so they'll tell you straight up if something's off. expecting the same in return. Then there's their need for freedom and non-negotiable. Try to cage them, and they'll bolt faster than you can blink. They need space to roam, to explore, to be themselves without chains. I've watched couples struggle with this, where one partner wanted a traditional settle-down vibe, only to realize their Sagittarius couldn't breathe in that box. It's not that they don't love you, it's that their soul withers without independence. And finally, their understanding runs deep. When they let you in, really in, they're a safe harbor. They don't judge your flaws or past mistakes. They embrace them as part of your story. I've heard countless tales of Sagittarians sitting up all night, listening to someone pour out their fears, offering not solutions, but pure, unwavering acceptance. That's their gift. Loving you as you are. No edits needed. But hold on, before you get too starry-eyed, are you ready for the storms that come with this wildfire of a sign? Here's where it gets real. Their fear of commitment isn't just a quirk. It's a fortress built from past scars. I knew someone who dated a Sagittarius for years, pouring her heart into dreams of a shared future, only to hit a wall. Every time forever came up, he'd freeze, haunted by an old heartbreak that taught him love can shatter. It's not that they don't care. It's that letting someone too close feels like handing over a loaded weapon. You've got to earn their trust, brick by brick, showing them you're not here to clip their wings. And their impulsiveness, it can be a double-edged sword. 1 minute, they're whisking you off to a festival on a whim. The next, they've made a snap decision that throws your whole week into chaos, like quitting a job without a backup plan, because it felt right. It's exhilarating until it's exhausting. And there's the forgetfulness. Don't expect them to remember every anniversary or birthday. Their mind's a whirlwind of big ideas and grand plans, so the little stuff slips through the cracks. I've seen partners take it personally, feeling ignored, when really, it's just their brain racing a mile a minute. Their struggle with emotional connection is another hurdle. They've got depth, oceans of it, but they guard it fiercely. You might spend months feeling like you're on the outside, waiting for them to crack open. I recall a story of a woman who felt her Sagittarius lover was distant, always laughing off serious talks. It took time, months of patience, before he finally shared his deepest fears one quiet night under the stars. Once they trust you, though, that bond is ironclad. And let's not forget their hatred of stillness. Routine is their kryptonite. If you're someone who craves predictability, they'll drive you up the wall with their constant need to move, explore, change. They're nomads at heart. And keeping up means embracing a life where normal isn't in the vocabulary. Now let's zero in on the raw, unfiltered truth of loving a Sagittarius. The part that'll either make or break you. Start with that fear of formality. It's not just hesitation. It's a visceral dread, rooted in betrayal or loss they felt before. Think of a Sagittarius as a wild horse. Beautiful, powerful, but spooked by the idea of a saddle. I've witnessed this up close with a couple where the non-Sagittarius partner pushed for a ring after 2 years, thinking it was the natural next step. The archer didn't run, but the panic in their eyes was real. They needed time, not ultimatums, to feel safe enough to commit. It took endless patience, proving over and over that love didn't mean losing freedom, before they even considered a deeper tie. Their impulsiveness, meanwhile, isn't random. It's a hunger to feel alive. Studies on personality traits often link high impulsivity to signs like Sagittarius, with research from the Journal of Personality suggesting fire signs score higher on risk-taking behaviors. This isn't just theory, it plays out daily. Imagine them deciding on a Tuesday to book a cross-country trip for the weekend, maxing out a credit card without a second thought, because we'll figure it out. For some, it's a thrill. For others, it's a financial nightmare waiting to happen. Their forgetfulness ties into this chaos. It's not neglect, it's distraction. Their brain is wired for the next big thing, not the calendar reminder. I've seen a Sagittarius miss a partner's birthday party, not out of spite, but because they were lost in planning some grand surprise that fell apart last minute. The hurt it caused was real, but so was their genuine remorse once they realized the oversight. Communication becomes key here. Gentle reminders, shared calendars, anything to bridge that gap. Emotionally, they're a slow burn. They need to feel you're a sanctuary before they'll bare their soul. I've heard of partners waiting half a year for a Sagittarius to say, "I love you." Not because the feeling wasn't there, but because saying it felt like giving up a piece of their armor. When they do open up, though, it's profound. Like watching a dam break, all the passion and vulnerability flooding out. And that restlessness, it's relentless. A 2019 survey by a popular astrology platform found that 68% of Sagittarius respondents ranked variety as their top relationship need, far above stability. They're the partner who'll drag you out of bed for a late-night drive just to see where the road takes us, even if you've got a 7 a.m. meeting. It's exhausting, sure, but it's also how they love, through shared discovery. The challenge is balancing their need for motion with your own boundaries. Ignore this, and resentment festers. Embrace it, and you've got memories for a lifetime. So, loving a Sagittarius means signing up for this paradox. A partner who's both your greatest adventure and your toughest puzzle. You've got to decide if you're willing to ride the wave, knowing it'll crash sometimes. But when it soars, it's unlike anything else. Let's lighten the mood for a sec with a little story that'll make you chuckle, or at least nod in recognition. Picture this. You've spent weeks planning the perfect anniversary dinner, down to the candlelit table and that playlist of your songs. You're buzzing with excitement, dropping hints all day, only to come home and find your Sagittarius has completely blanked on the date. No flowers, no card, nada. You're fuming, ready to let loose, when they burst through the door, eyes wild, saying, "Babe, pack a bag. We're driving to the coast right now to catch the meteor shower." Turns out they forgot the anniversary, but overheard some random dude at a coffee shop talking about this once-in-a-decade sky event and decided it was the perfect way to celebrate us. You're torn between laughing and crying as you grab your jacket, knowing the night will end with you two bundled under a blanket on a chilly beach, staring at shooting stars. Their arm around you, whispering apologies with that goofy, heartfelt grin. It's chaotic, it's infuriating, but damn, it's them. That's the Sagittarius charm, turning a total flop into a memory you'll replay for years. It's not just about the mix-up, it's how they pivot with pure, unscripted passion. You start to see their forgetfulness not as a slight, but as a doorway to the unexpected. I've heard so many tales like this, where their scatterbrained moments morph into magic if you let them. Like the time a Sagittarius forgot a big family event, but made up for it by turning a mundane Sunday into an impromptu picnic with hand-picked wildflowers and a guitar they barely knew how to play, strumming off-key love songs until everyone was in stitches. Or another who missed a crucial work deadline for their partner, but spent the whole night crafting a silly, heartfelt apology video that went viral among their friends for its sheer ridiculousness. These aren't excuses for dropping the ball. They're glimpses into a heart that loves big, even if it stumbles on the small stuff. So yeah, you might need to set a million reminders or learn to roll with the punches. But when you do, you unlock a kind of spontaneity that makes life feel alive. It's about finding the humor in the chaos, laughing at the absurdity of loving someone who operates on a completely different wavelength, and realizing that sometimes the detours they drag you on are the destinations worth reaching. So, here's the bottom line on loving a Sagittarius. It's a wild, untamed ride that'll test your heart, stretch your patience, and redefine what adventure means to you. Their spirit, soaring with optimism, honesty, and a thirst for freedom, can light up your world like nothing else. But their impulsiveness, fear of being tied down, and restless energy can just as easily throw you off balance. The trick is meeting them halfway, embracing the chaos while carving out space for your own needs. It's not for the faint of heart, but if you're willing to jump in, the journey's worth every twist. If you've loved diving into this cosmic roller coaster, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the best way to keep these starry insights coming your way. And hey, videos like this can slip through the cracks, so hit that bell to stay in the loop. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the wildest, most unforgettable moment you've had with a Sagittarius in your life? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears for your stories.